As a teenager, did your aunt and uncle let you court?
Not until I got 18.
Not until you got 18. Okay. Well, when you got to be 18, where did you go and what did you do? You know, as far as courting was concerned.
Oh, I went to Washington shortly after that to live with my sister because she was working. She had 2 children, and I was babysitting. I didn't know it. I didn't realize it, you know. But that's what I didn't go out too much with the. I mean, they didn't have any way to take care of it anyway. You just probably met them at parties. Met someone at a party, but I didn't have any really steady boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. So when you were in Washington at your sister's, you went to a lot of house parties?
No.
Okay.
We didn't. I mean, they didn't. Later on, yes, I did. I mean, after they moved, I mean, because they moved sort of in the suburbs, and they had house parties, a lot of house parties. That's all they had was house parties and the theater.
Okay.
I remember the first time I went to the theater, my cousin took me, and I had no idea what it was like. And it was, you know, when you come in out of the light, it was in the daytime. She and another girl, I don't know who the other lady was that was with her, they sat down, and I sit on the other side of them, as I thought, but I sat in somebody's lap. And I was embarrassed because I was sitting up higher than anybody else sitting in this woman's lap, and so, so I had to move over further. But I mean, instead of them leaving a seat for me, you know, they sat in the first seat.
Okay. What kind of work have you done to support yourself? You told me you worked in civil service for a few years, starting about 1944.
Before that, I worked for my first job was working for the priests at St. Michael's. I worked there for 3 years. I think it was in '39 or something like that.
So how old were you?
No idea. I guess I was in my 20s, I guess.
Oh, okay. But you went to Washington when you were 18 and babysat for your sister, and then you came back home. And then you worked for the priest at St. Michael's.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you get to work then?
I didn't live very far. I guess about 2 blocks away. I mean.
Oh, this was
over here on this side.
Okay. Here?
St. Michael's. No, I wasn't living here. I was living on 235.
Okay.
Where Joe Bryan lived.
Oh, okay.
And I went across the road from him, and see, I could walk down there. And later on, I bought myself a bicycle. And I think I was so innocent, like I didn't have sense enough to know that the priest wasn't too fond of me riding the bicycle. I didn't get it. I mean, you know, because I said, ow, something, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm a slow learner. So later on, I mean, you know, I found out that they thought I should have been walking, I guess.
Oh, okay. Why did you go to work down there, down to St. Michael's?
Because the lady that was working there had quit, or something happened. I mean, they needed somebody to cook for them. I didn't know how to cook. I told them I didn't know how to cook. And Father McKenna kept saying, "Do you know how to boil water?" I told him, "Yes." "You know how to fry an egg or cook an egg or something?" I told him, "Yes." And that's practically all they got for a while. I mean, because Father Kerr told me one morning, I give him eggs every morning for breakfast. He said, Alice, look back here, back of my neck. And I looked back there. I said, you see any feathers growing back there? So I ate so many eggs, I think I'm growing feathers.
Okay.
So I said, I got to do something different.
Back then, when you were working down to St. Michael's, about how much money did you make? You know, what were they?
With the salary?
Yeah.
$5 a week.
$5 a week.
$5 a week, and then Robert, you know, the ladies wasn't allowed upstairs, so Father had his business office upstairs, or his desk upstairs. He'd make every check. And even before Robert and I got married, I mean, I wasn't married when I first started working down there. We was going together, but wasn't married. And he would always send my check downstairs by Robert. I had no way of cashing. We had to walk over here to on 5 to cash the check at Longmore store. So he'd always take it over in Father's car and take his check and cash it. So once he wasn't there long, I guess about 2 years later, one time he wasn't there, so Father brought a check downstairs to give to me. When Robert come, I told him I had got a raise. He said, what do you get? I looked at him, and he looked at me. He said, that's what you've been getting all the time. I hadn't seen the check for so long now. I thought I had got a raise. Because he had been cashing it.
Uh-huh. So for how many hours did you work? And you worked every day?
I think I worked every day because, I mean, on Sunday I was off. No, for a while. I wasn't even off on Sunday. Off Sunday afternoon, but I mean, so was I off every time Sunday afternoon, but I think they had dinner early on Sunday afternoon. I hated it. Because I had to fix Father's breakfast, you know, Sunday morning. Father Kerr, because he was the pastor at St. Michael's, I fixed his breakfast on Sunday morning. So I was there until, I guess, about 4 or 5 o'clock on Sunday evening.
So every day you were there for breakfast and dinner?
Mm-hmm. I'd go home after breakfast. I could go home after breakfast until it was time for lunch. Some days, if Father Kerr, if he was going to Washington, his family was in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. I didn't have to go. So I'd be off for the rest of that day if he was going away to visit his mother.
Mm-hmm. But you only made $5 a week. Okay.
And I didn't feel too bad because I didn't know how to do anything. So they were paying me to learn.
Okay. When you went to work civil service, this was at Tucson?
Yes.
Okay. What did you do there?
We did, you know, janitorial work, cleaning the office. But I was working at night. Started working in the day, but you know, soon transferred to night.
Mm-hmm.
Which I like better. I worked at Frank Knott's school too. We routinely, each one of us had a hall, in the classrooms at night.